iPad'leri yok. Ama diyor mesela online söylerseniz daha önce bulursanız store'da onu yere sayıyorsunuz. Bir daha baştan şey yapmak gerekiyor. Ama yani şu anda 2 haftada eklemişim. Okay, aynı şartlar ama 4
The Thor Project, as the Chief Strategist and Chief Analyst and Chief Field Operative of the Strike Back 5 Foundation's Sphere issues, protecting the future cornerstone of planet Earth versus the future of Caltech flames, UFOs, and God's and nature's evolution design have failed. Tron Legacy Prize is nominated by the 5 Foundations and Bob Gallucci, and of course on behalf of iPad 2 and more importantly, special iOS auto upgrade install my 2 iPhones by Steve Jobs, and of course special edition AirBook Max not to fail this June the 1st by Steve Jobs, Tim Cook, and Apple Inc. So Apple Store Lincoln Center here. And of course nothing else is the iPhone except for AirBook Mac and a special edition NVIDIA 425 chips, touchscreen, and of course VMware bundle for mathematical Microsoft runs. For the Thor project here represents the business Hermes of Warren Buffett here. And of course what it represents more importantly, the god of business or the god of physics. And for the 5 foundations, directorships, and board director as well as foundation spheres to nominate not only Tron Legacy Prize not to fail thus far, but also the Hawkins Son Nobel Physics and Peace Prize. As I told Sly Fox News team to tell 5 foundation leaders, Booth D. Shaw and 150 email trust list, and Steve Jobs and Google. And Dad to pick up the phone and give my knapsack and came back. She's trying to make me bankrupt me with my bank cards in it, iPhone in it, just as much as the black steal from me to show to white women. And his window is already up, like the Stern says. A traitor to humanity is like those who walk dog shit advertise advanced civilization. Just like the Class A misdemeanor over $1.79 by Columbia University 26th Precinct in Manhattan, New York City cops. NYPD ambushes cost $1.79 at Westside Market, Columbia 110th Street and Broadway as a Class A misdemeanor as opposed to them a Class A felon. They could call themselves. Might as well write up in beauty, truth, justice, and reason. They are not. CalPhilosophyWorks.org, CUNY Center, 10-week program, $90 only, that they wouldn't be able to learn from and know the posters. And number 1 trend advertisements was MTA ambushes, conductors turning on the fucking heat during the summer. Now the fact of the matter is that the Hawkins Son is the wheelchair asshole Nobel Physics Peace Prize. The asshole part means that white human mongers calling themselves manhood versus beasthood doesn't understand that physics or physical force doesn't drive intelligence, but intelligence drives physics or physical force. Unlike the former for the white man, and black people still to impress the white man, they're better beastlyhoods from me. Like the dads don't give me my knapsack issues. And the fact of the matter is that what are we talking about here? The asshole part is that intelligence drives the physics and the physical aspect, whether the physical needs or a human beast walking dog shit driving their intelligence like the white man does. C.O. Lee Bollinger and Princeton Tilghman, member of National Academy of Science, president of Princeton University, Shorty Tilghman, and MIT C-STEM professors. The fact of the matter is very simply that intelligence drives physics, and the asshole part of intelligence that Shakespeare said in 21st century, you know and yet you don't know, like Brian Greene and Alan Guth, that we're living in a universe that's a black hole as dictated by Stephen Hawking's late 1960s equation that made him the Newton Isaac Professor of Applied Math at Cambridge University. The success of Newton, the wheelchair part, Nobel Physics Peace Prize, 2011 and 2012, that the 5 foundation leaders need to nominate me and Hawkins as well as me and Hawkins for the Tron Legacy Prizes this fall as Bob Gallucci MacArthur, one and only Tron Legacy Prize each year. It's the fact of the matter, wheelchair is done the math, we're inside a black hole. I've already told Alan Guth at CCNY and David Gross 2 years ago that we're in a black hole, and he says maybe he'll buy that. But he know and don't know at the same time, like Brian Greene's book, Hidden Universes or Hidden Variables, 2011 Alfred Knopf book, that he knows and yet doesn't know that we are in a black hole because entropy increases by the mathematical equations that made the Newton professor successorships of Stephen Hawking, the wheelchair part versus the asshole part. Entropy in surface area increases. Surface area entropy of black hole increases simply because he said so, and mathematically shown. But it itself is not possible for Nobel Physics Prize because there's no experimental evidence that Nobel Foundation can understand. Otherwise, they were given to him like they did for photoelectric cells, proven mathematically by Einstein's quantum physics equations and math. The asshole part is that humanity has no common sense. Not Stephen Hawking, not the Nobel Physics Academy, or the Royal Society of England versus the Royal Societies of Five Foundation Spheres in America, nominating me for Nobel Physics and Peace Prize and the Tron Legacy Prize to MacArthur Fall 2011, not to fail by the Five Foundation Director Leadership's insistence in the 150 email brain trust list. The fact of the matter is very simply that entropy in surface area of black hole increases mathematically as more energy is being tossed into it from our universe, surrounded by the larger black hole universe. And our universe has decreased the entropy from high to low temperature energy, as I told Sly Fox News teams, that even when they fail high school math and English part of physics and AP physics, they can still understand that humanity has no common sense, because even them, with no common sense, the public accuses them of and not read them, understands. That the decrease in entropy violates the second law of physics, dynamics, and conservation of energy, unless the black hole universe counterbalances the entropy loss in our expanding universe by its increase in entropy, and therefore balancing the conservation of energy. And therefore, I had told Guth and Green and David Gross and Nobel Physics Foundations and directorships and many Nobel physicists before in the Tron Legacy Prize and King's Speech as Chief Strategy Analyst and Field Arbiter, NYPD is a Class A federal devil for $1.79 West Side Market issues as, of course, a Class A misdemeanor as opposed to Class Z, Class A being the highest. And yet they said it was a trumped-up charge and a waste of their paperwork time. Yet they spoke behind my back because being asked by West Side Market, who didn't trust their customers in their own store's fruit market stand, but their customers trust them in holding on and giving to their customers' dad, next door building, the red knapsack issues. Now these are the things that you need to track down the red knapsack and have dad pay for it if he lost it or is not responsible for it. And he won't tell me whether he has or not, because he's the antithesis of Tron Legacy Prize. And you can tell that to all the PhD graduates and commencement speakers at all the schools at Columbia this coming Wednesday, that this speech trumps them, and beyond the PhDs of Oxford Rhodes Scholar Brian Greene, Lee Barnes, JD Degree, or CU Law faculties, or any PhD, new or old, past, present, or future, that continue holding dogs should have no common sense. It's what the business Hermes, god of business, means. The Thor project of humanity's mortal kinds versus immortal. You tell them I'll meet them up there and they'll be beaten to a piece of bulk, not by IBM Jeopardy supercomputers in heaven or in outside universe, but by me personally and the Thor project, represented by the Columbia Business School's Hermes cap that you see in this videogram. YouTube broadcast by the King's Speeches versus King George V during World War II, BBC Worldwide Net. And of course, there was wireless then, and now Sprint has and Google from our special request OS gingerbread boy system and speed. The security data transfer versus the cops, Class A felon devils. And I've told you about NYPD ambushes, and I've told you about MIT CSEL, what I was going to say, and they proved themselves to be Class A felon devils. You can tell God, Jesus Christ, and the computer-grade simulator operators of the future on 21st century world, planet Earth, that have failed in what the Five Foundation Sphere is necessary as a multi-generational project. Now, the fact of the matter is that the asshole part tells you that the universe was in a black hole, and it can only be possible if Stephen Hawking's mathematical proof of the black hole universe is absorbing entropy, increased entropy, absorbing energy from us. And that's why we didn't need a mass. And my English proves that his theory has been shown by experimental evidence of our expanding inflating speed universe, less than faster than the speed of light. And of course, it then shows that it can only decrease entropy against second law of thermodynamics of increased energy in physics laws only if somebody else absorbs our energy. and more.